Hi everyone, welcome to the English Fluency course, day 21. Today in this class, we are going to learn present perfect tense. The structure of the present perfect tense is subject plus has or have plus verb 3 plus object. I repeat, the structure of the present perfect tense is subject plus has or have plus V3 plus object. And B forms has been, have been. B forms of this tense are has been and have been. The usage of this tense. This tense is used to describe a just completed action. This tense is used to describe a just completed action. Example, I have completed my lunch just now. I have completed my breakfast just now. I have finished my homework just now. To describe just completed action, we use present perfect tense and the structure is subject plus has or have plus V3 plus object. With the third person singular, we have to use has, he, she, it, we have to use has, and with remaining persons, we have to use have. I have, you have, they have, we have. He has, she has, it has. My father has come just now. My father has come just now. Here you can see with the first person singular and first person plural and second person and third person plural, we have to use have plus V3 in present perfect tense. For example, I have done my homework. We have done our homework. You have done your homework. They have done their homework. With the third person singular, he, she, it, we have to use has plus V3. He has completed his project. She has completed her project. It has completed its project. We use present perfect tense to describe not only just completed actions but also in many different ways. We use present perfect tense to describe not only just completed actions but also in many different ways. It can be used in the following ways. Let us see. To describe an action that is being repeated between the past and present. To describe an action that is being repeated between the past and present. I have watched this movie many times. Here the action is being repeated between the past. Earlier in the past once I watched the movie, after that many times I watched. So we can use present perfect tense like I have watched this movie many times. Next, it can be used to describe an action that started in the past and still continuing in the future. It can be used to describe an action that started in the past and is still continuing in the future. I have lived in the United States since 1990. I have lived in the United States since 1990. In the 1990, uh, you are in United States. Still, you are there. So we can use present perfect tense. I have lived in the United States since 1990. With the action not completed, still you are there only. It can be used to describe an action that has not yet been finished. It can be used to describe an action that has not yet been finished. It has rained a lot this month. It has rained a lot this month. To describe an action that was completed in the recent past. We use present perfect tense to describe an action that was completed in the recent past. I have just finished my internship at the museum. I have just finished my internship at the museum. When you don't mention the time, you can use present perfect tense. To describe an action when time was not an important aspect. She has lost her wedding ring. When has she lost her wedding ring? The time is not important. What is important matter here? She lost her wedding ring. So, to describe an action when time was not an important aspect. If time was important or losing ring is important. Here, she lost her wedding ring. That is the important matter here, right? So, we can use present perfect tense. Structure is subject plus has or have plus V3. Here subject is singular, third person singular, she. That's why has plus V3 lost. Lose, lost, lost. Present tense of lost is lose. L-O-S-E, lose, lost, lost. What did she lose? She lost her wedding ring. What has she lost? She has lost her wedding ring. We cannot use present perfect tense with some specific expressions of time that have already finished, such as last year, that month, when I was a student, etc. With these expressions, we should never use present perfect tense because time is indicated clearly last year. That means you have to use past simple tense, subject plus V2. And that month, and last week. With these expressions, we cannot use present perfect tense. Present perfect tense can be used with expressions that are unspecific in time. Present perfect tense can be used with expressions that are unspecific in time. I have lost my purse. When? There is no, the time is not mentioned, right? Unspecific in time. I have lost my purse. He has seen this movie already. I have broken my leg. There has been an accident. Present perfect tense can be used with expressions that are unspecific in time. So here in these examples we did not mention the time. If you mention the time like yesterday or last month or last week, then we need to use the past simple tense. Subject plus V2 structure we have to use. Since we did not mention the time, we are using the present perfect tense. I have lost my purse. I have seen this movie already. I have broken my leg. There has been an accident. Some examples. So present perfect tense used to express an unfinished period of time. Some examples of present perfect tense used to express an unfinished period of time. We haven't seen her today. We haven't seen her today. They have been to the mall thrice this week. They have been to the mall thrice this week. I have watched the show 4 times this week. I have watched the show 4 times this week. Examples of using present perfect in talking about events that happened in the recent past, but the effect of the recent event is still felt in the present. Even though actions completed in the past, the effect of that action still felt in the present. Then we have to use these expressions. The children have irritated a lot in the function. Actually, the function over, that is yesterday's action or last week's action, whatever it is, but still the effect of that even still felt in the present. The children have irritated a lot in the function. She has started a new project. She has started a new project. She has finished her chores. She has finished her chores. Present perfect can be used in questions as well, like where have I left my sandals? Where have I left my sandals? Have you visited India? Has she met John? Now let us see some more examples. I have written a letter. I is subject. Have plus V3. V3 is written. Write, wrote, written. W-R-I-T-U, write is present tense. W-R-O-T-U, wrote is past tense. And written is past participle form, V3, the third form of the verb. Subject plus have plus V3 form. This is present perfect tense. I have written a letter. Since the subject is I, we wrote have. If it is third person singular, we have to use has. I have written a letter. Let's see the negative statement for this. I have not written this letter. I have not written a letter. Have not, contraction form for have not is haven't. The contraction form for have not is haven't. I haven't written a letter. Let's make a question. Have I written a letter? Have I written a letter? Let's see negative question. Have plus not haven't. Have plus not is equal to haven't. Haven't I written a letter? Now let's see next one. She has spoken to her brother. She has spoken to her brother. Here, the doer of the action is subject. The subject is she. Who is the doer of the action? She. So, she is the subject. Next, has plus V3 form. Spoken. Speak, spoke, spoken. Speak, present tense is speak. And past tense is spoke. And past participle is spoken. In present perfect tense, we use V3 form, the third form of the verb we have to use in present perfect tense, and we use this tense to describe just completed action. She has spoken to her brother. And a negative statement is she has not spoken to her brother. Has plus not is equal to hasn't. The contraction form for has not is hasn't. She hasn't spoken to her brother. The question is, has she spoken to her brother? Has she spoken to her brother? And negative question is, hasn't she spoken to her brother? Okay friends, this is all for today. We learned present perfect tense in today's class. In yesterday's class, we learned present simple tense and simple present tense or present indefinite or simple present tense or present indefinite, and present continuous or present progressive tense. And today we learned present perfect tense. Hope you understood this lesson. You need to practice, you need to understand the structure of the present perfect tense and be forms and the uses of the tense. After that, you need to use these sentences in your conversation. You need to practice with yourself or you need to practice with somebody else. Unless you practice, you will never become fluent in English language. If you want to become a fluent speaker, you must practice a lot. Thank you everyone. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to so that you will receive all the notifications in time. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share it with your friend and support my channel. Thank you very much. Thank you all of you. First of all, I would like to thank all my subscribers and viewers for your kind support. Thank you all of you. Thank you so much. See you in the next class. Until then, take care. Bye bye.